Hey everybody, today I want to talk about silent auction baskets. Whether you want to put them together for a booster club, a Girl Scout troop, Boy Scout troop, or a nonprofit organization like I'm a part of. So, twice a year, the band that I play in, which is a nonprofit community band, we hold a silent auction at a concert twice a year. Most of the items that we get are donated, and we get them by requesting items online, by email, by regular mail, and occasionally by fax. There are a few companies that still ask that you fax your donation request in. I keep a spreadsheet with everything that we get for that specific concert donation wise, and begin building baskets along with a running total of the market value of each basket. This helps to set the beginning bid amount, which we typically try to keep at about 25% of the market value. As I'm driving around town, I generally try to look for companies that I can go onto their website for and see if they offer a donation request online, or if they request that you mail it in, or however they want. Just any kind of information I can find about donation requests. I go on to these. Most of the places that I look for are restaurants, museums, any kind of an activity place, like a bounce house or an amusement park or anything like that. And I look to see if they, like I said, if they have any information about donations. Some places I go ahead and mail to, they don't have any information on their website about donations, but they do have like an address or a fax number or a marketing director's email address or a general manager email address on their website that I can send information to or request to, or email them and ask them if they do donations, how do I do it, all that kind of stuff. I generally request based on how they want. If there's nothing, that's just obvious. If there's nothing on their website, I generally either mail the request on letterhead or I email through the Contact Us page. I keep a spreadsheet of all the donation requests and if we get it or not. If we get a donation at the patriotic concert, I will not request it again until the next patriotic concert. If we didn't get a donation from my request, I'll apply again for the Christmas concert. Generally, you like to wait a year before requesting again after receiving a donation. There's been a couple places that I've seen so far where they want you to wait more than a year, and they generally tell you how long they want you to wait. But good practice is waiting a year after you receive a donation. One tip that I can say is do not put too much stuff in each basket. The higher the market value is for that basket, the higher the starting bid price. You want to be able to have baskets that anybody can bid on, so the higher the starting price, that's going to make it out of price range just from the very beginning for some people. We do set a budget for our filler items. That's the little knick-knacky things that you can put in there along with the big ticket items that you've gotten donations for. Typically, we've set it at $30 for the last few concerts. And this $30 means go buy something unique to put in the basket with it, so that it kind of fills up the basket, but it shouldn't be something that the people will go out and buy on their own. So if we've done we have done a fiesta party basket where we've gotten donations from Mexican restaurants, And so we put the big ticket item would be the gift cards to the Mexican food restaurants. So we'll go out and find some unique uh, bags of tortilla chips, maybe a unique bottle of tequila, and maybe some margarita mix to put in there with it, but we get it to where it's no more than $30 for that basket. Doing these silent auction baskets, it's a great way to add money to your organization's budget. We typically bring in about $3,000 a year to our budget, and the market value for these baskets has been anywhere between 6 to 7,000, and we generally can bring in about half of what the market value is. Don't be shy about asking for items from out of town locations. We've applied for places outside of Houston all the time. Some of the ones that we've gotten have been tickets to Disneyland in California, a medieval times restaurant in Dallas, hotel rooms at Delta Downs Casino and Isle of Capri Casino, and the Le Berge Casino Resort in Louisiana. Generally, with these baskets, it's good to put a theme to each of the baskets and to buy filler items to match the theme. So, um, one of the baskets that we typically put together when we start getting like items is a sports fan basket. So if we get an autographed poster from the Astros or from the Rockets, then we'll put those together along with any football tickets that we get to one of the area universities. Or we currently, for our upcoming concert, silent auction basket, we have an autographed poster from the Houston Rockets, and I have an autographed soccer ball from Texas A&M. So we're going to put those together and call it a sports basket. It's things like that that will help you to find good themes for baskets. I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet right again so that you can see some of the things that we are doing for this upcoming concert. Generally, what we do is we ask our band members to donate whatever money they can for the filler items. So we just kind of pass a hat, and then we take that money to buy the filler items. So for this concert in July of 2018, so far from what we've gotten donated, we have a basket that is, I call it Let the Good Times Roll basket. It currently has a gift card to Panera Bread for a dozen bagels each month for a year, and a certificate for 2 hours of bowling at our local bowling alley slash laser tag place. And then the next basket we called Family Farm Fun. We've had 2 different farms that have donated admission tickets, so I went ahead and added some cupcakes that were donated, gift cards to cupcakes and donuts, and then gift cards for Houston Plants and Garden World. Planting stuff is part of the farm, so that would go together. We had a barbecue place that donated a whole basket, so we're going to put that together with another restaurant that's a real big meat eater type restaurant together. Actually 2 different restaurants I see now. And one of our $30 budget for filler items was we went out and bought a portable charcoal grill that was a little under $14. So we still got $16 left that we can spend on this basket for filler items. Some items, like this wine tour basket, we all we're gonna end up doing with this is just adding a couple of wine glasses, maybe a bottle of wine, and that will be a really good seller just on that alone. So this kind of gives you an idea of how to keep track of the different baskets and what their values are. This added value column is the money that your $30 budget. So the market value amount and the donated value amount would be the same amount. And then the added value, it like down here in the that meat lovers basket again. The market value amount for the charcoal grill, that's how much it was at the store, was $13.97. It was not donated to this basket. It was something that was purchased as part of the $30 filler item. So I put 0 in donated value, but then added value was $13.97. So anything that we buy, we put in the added value. Then I always keep track of whether we've received the item and if I've made copies of the gift certificate or made a copy of the picture of the soccer ball or whatever it is that we've made copies of, so I can give that to the treasurer so he can log it in under in-kind donations and send a donation letter to these companies that have donated items to our silent auction. At the top right, you'll see I'm keeping track of the total market value and the total donated value, which is the first two columns next to what the donation item is. I also, once the silent auction is over, I'll fill in the gray shaded boxes, which is what the winning bid was for that, so we can see what the total winning bid value was for each of these baskets. It's an easy way to keep track of what's in your basket and how much your basket's worth. That way you can set a good starting bid on it. Now, as far as where I go to find to donate request, I keep a big spreadsheet by company name, and then I also notate on there whether they want their donation request done online or by mail / email / fax. If it's not done through a website, then I mark it by mail. And in the mailing or web address column, I keep the email address or mailing address or website, however it was that we're supposed to fill out that donation request. I put in the mailing or web address. If I have a specific contact for that company, then I'll put that in the contact column. Anything that is required for the application, I put in the items required for application column. Most places have a specific time frame as to when to apply for them. They'll say, we want it 4 weeks before your day that you're doing your silent auction, or we want it 2 months before. So I put that in that last column. How far out do they want their donation request? A lot of times with the donation requests, whether it's done online or I'm mailing it or I'm faxing it or I'm emailing it, I put the request on letterhead. I also include our previous year's donor list, so they can see, the company I'm requesting a donation from can see who all has donated in this past year to our organization. I also include our 501c3 determination letter, and if I have posters already made up for that concert, I'll go ahead and include a poster. It's about a 5 by 8 size post. It's a half a sheet of paper. So I'll go ahead and fold that up and put that in there too, just so that they can see it. I have a specific verbiage that I use on the donation request, especially if it's online, which I'm going to include here so that you can see. This is the verbiage that I've used for this particular concert that's coming up in July of 2018. I also keep our 501c3 number handy, and I also keep the organization's mission statement handy. There are some companies that want to see what your mission statement is. There are some online donation request portals that require you to put your mission statement. And there have been a few that I've used, I've requested through, that wanted to see a Form 990. So I actually keep that as well, that I can include in for those donations. But this is just, it's good to kind of be consistent all the way through each of your donation requests, so that you're not missing something on one or you misspeak in another. Just keep it consistent all the way through. And like I said, it'd be good to keep track of who all you've requested a donation from for this particular event. That way, if you have another event the same year that you're gonna do a silent auction basket for, you won't end up asking for another donation from someone that just gave you one for this event. Like I said, most places they want you to wait a year before applying again. So you don't want to like kind of make people mad by continuing requesting for a donation from someplace that just gave you one. I hope this is helpful, and like I said, just keep a spreadsheet of however you want to keep track of things. It's easier to keep it in a spreadsheet, or if you have a database that you want to put together, that'd be great too. This is just how it works for me and the people that help me out with this. It helps them as well, and it can bring some very good money into your organization. I hope that you're able to get some good baskets and have fun with it. Thank you.